Hello, Pain Warriors, and welcome to another episode of Living Beyond CRPS. And tonight's episode is all about painsomnia, which is pain plus insomnia. And even though it's not considered a real medical condition, it is recognized as a real thing by the medical field, and especially with people who have chronic pain. And if you don't understand what it is, it's basically, or I've never experienced it, which I bless your heart and thank gosh you have it. But it's when you're unable to go to sleep, like fall asleep or stay asleep due to your chronic pain. And I have to say that it has happened to me numerous times over the years, since I have been dealing with CRPS and pain for about 17 plus years now. So um, it was back in 2019 when I found that book that I mentioned in a previous video about why are my nerves so sensitive. And if you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend you go check it out. It's an amazing book. You can buy it on Amazon. So anyways, when I decided to deep dive into CRPS, the symptoms, the whatevers, and I realizing everything is connected, of course, to the way you're thinking and your brain function, I also decided that I was going to take control of every other aspect of my life. And that include my mental, physical health, and my sleep health. And part of that was deep diving into sleep training. And I know that sounds weird because when you think of sleep training, you're thinking of babies, and who needs to sleep train when you're an adult? But what I've learned though is to get proper sleep, it's best to have a sleep routine and to stick with it. And one of the things inside the group that I mentioned about CRPS in a more positive light was that if you go to bed and after 15 minutes you can't get to sleep, get up out of bed. Do not use your bed for anything but sleep. And that allows your brain to be trained. Sorry for the shaking, I'm holding it with my phone. But your brain to be trained that beds for sleeping. I know that sounds weird, but when you have chronic pain, you'll try anything, right? So I started doing that. But however, it was really hard for me to get up and down without my husband's help. So I no longer could do that. So using my bed for only sleep was no longer an option. And um, getting up when I wasn't tired or couldn't go to sleep also wasn't an option. So I decided to start some other kind of practices that I've learned about. And one of them is meditation while you are laying down. And it's this idea of relaxing your entire body and just melting into a cloud. And there's a lot of guided meditations out on YouTube that are completely free. I highly recommend you try them. And it is called practice you meditation because it's going to take some time for it to be effective. Another thing that I have learned and loving is using body pillows. And it basically just helps relieve the pressure off of my leg and allowing me to get more comfortable. So you can buy a pregnancy pillows. I have just regular body pillow, but figure out what you need and don't be afraid to use them. Another idea, I'm sorry, it is very hot in this house today. It's humid. But anyways, another thing you can do is deep breathing exercises. It's similar to meditations, but it really helps me to cope to cope hmm, to cope. My apologies. I'm sorry. When I get in a lot of pain, I get a lot of brain fog, so my brain works a lot slower, and I will do a video about brain fog. But anyways, it allows me to cope with my pain a lot better. Even throughout the day, I practice deep breathing. And one of my favorite ones is box breathing. And that's just this idea of breathing in deeply on a count of, like, for a count of four. So, and then you hold it for four and you release it and hold it again at the end for four. So the whole idea is you breathe in for four, hold your breath for four, breathe it out slowly for 4, and then hold it again at the end with all your air out for 4. And it slows down your nervous system and your blood circulation and all that stuff. And with CRPS, it's your nerves that are active. And I mentioned in the other videos that stress can also cause lots of pain. So it helps calm stress as well as calming your nervous system down. And like I said, I use it a lot throughout the day, um, especially with my 2 children. I get upset with them or I get annoyed. I can feel the pain coming on a lot worse. So I take a moment to breathe, not only so I'm not yelling at them, but I'm also feeling less pain overall. So if you'd like to give those methods a try, feel free. Leave it in the comments down below. What do you use? And what have you tried to help calm yourself down with your painsomnia? And tell me if a melatonin works for you, because my husband takes melatonin and I've tried taking melatonin, but all it does is make me so tired that yeah, I can't even think to do my meditation. I'm just uncomfortable. So um, let me know about all that stuff. And I'm going to be making a video about restless leg because I swear CPRS hurts, but there's also like other symptoms that are just unfair and cruel. So let me know in the comments, what have you tried with painsomnia? Have you had any tricks that actually worked? Please let us know. I'm happy to hear and share resources with you guys, and I'd love for you guys to share your resources because we are a small community of people who are diagnosed with CRPS, and I just want this place to be a resource for everybody. So remember, you are not alone. We are in this together, and you guys have a blessed day. Happy 4th of July if you guys are watching this on 4th of July with me.